Good afternoon, my fellow traders. Hope you all having an awesome day. A quick one here on nat gas, gold, silver, crude oil. I'm also going to go through copper today. And it was so far a great week if you have seen my live sessions. Talking about members, most of the trades we have taken has played out. Unlike last week, this week has given some good profits. Now, coming here on natural gas, what to expect from it. So first, let me show you the clip from the last video so that we can understand and connect the dots from there. For the confirmation, if you want to see a full confirmation, it must break below this little termination zone that goes exactly here. As you can see, these numbers in blue. If we see a solid close below, that signals the price is going to push down from here. I also want to give you a heads up, since we are bearish for natural gas, I'll be looking for short-term scalp for my buyer trades. If the price, let's say from red and green engulfer, which is less likely at this point looking at the patterns, if that happens, I'll be still going long using short and small target. Let me tell you, there is no sell confirmation for me as of yet, but my bias is still towards the downside. Only short-term buy trades. If I find a condition, I'll still go for it. Nice one. So as mentioned yesterday, the price never broke below this termination zone and never closed below this termination zone for us to go short. And we were still above 50 EMA, so we were bullish as well short-term. But there is something we call a confirmation candles, and that is something we call patience and wait for the right move. Now, since the price just pushed up exactly from the termination zone we have marked yesterday all the way from these wicks and just pushed back up, and now we are getting a close above this first top. Now, if that happens, if the price closed above the first top, in that case, we are bullish and we'll be looking for further continuation trades. Now, that doesn't mean you start buying it. I repeatedly say every entry has a confirmation. That is something I show every weekend's video. Feel free to watch my all weekends video, the way I take my trades. When a condition forms, I set my stop loss and take profit to enter my trades. Now, at this point, if this candle closed as a green solid candle above this top, then I'll be looking simply for a pullback and I'll be only going long using my engulfing pattern. That is all I'll be looking at. Now, one more entry I want to mention here. If you follow me from a couple of years, months, and then you know I also use my pin bars for the entries. Now, if you are my student, you know the exact rules of the pin bars. Some of my students have taken this entry in the Discord group, and that was absolutely a valid entry. So there is a benefit of learning the right rules and education, that you also get to learn the different strategies, different conditions of the market where you can still take your trades and have a better ROI. And that is something I can't explain in the single video. So a valid entry, and I've not taken that, but that would have played out perfectly fine if you are trading on 1 hour time frame. So that is something I want to mention here. I'm just showing you a screenshot of the Discord group where my fellow traders, I would say, are taking these entries as well. Now, keep an eye. And also want to give you a heads up, if the price come back down and leaves just a wick here, not closed above this box, which is exactly like this and exactly like this. If the price close above this box, in that case, I won't be taking any trades. If the price pushes back down, leaving the wick, in that case, a double top will be valid and I'll be simply looking for a next bearish engulfer or inverted hammers, any bearish condition within the second top. We do have first top. For that, I want to see a price to come down. A candle must close down and the wick is fine if that close above, but if the body close above, we are not using any bearish conditions. In that case, a double top will become invalid. If the candle close above solid, then expect some retracement, and that is what I want to look for. Engulfing candle to go long. So keep an eye and look for the conditions and don't trade without condition, otherwise you are just gambling in the market. Now here on Oanda, we had a clear break above and close above the first top. Now here I'm no longer looking for sell trades. I'll be only looking for buy trade, but with pullbacks, a solid pullback I want to see. And engulfing candle I want to see to go long. That is all I'm looking at. We are now bullish for natural gas. The price has just broken above here on Oanda, and all I want to see a solid entry condition, which is my pullback entry bullish. So keep an eye on this condition. Pullback is expected. Once the price get into overbought, we can see a retracement that is likely followed by engulfing candle. Simply go long. Now, one more heads up I want to give here. Now, in the process of correction, if the price get into overbought and we get a bearish engulfer that engulfs the previous candle fully, in that case, I'll be going for sell trade as well, and I'll be using 1 ATR initial targets, and then I'll be managing it to 1.2 to 104 to 1 reward to risk ratio. So that is a condition you need to look at. Whichever forms first, if buy happen first, I'll be going long. If sell happen first, for example, if you have a bearish engulfer, in that case I'll be going short or double top within this zone. Once the zone is broken, we are completely bullish. For now, that shows a strong bullish candle, and that shows the price will likely to push up with a pullback, but we can still capture this pullback if the bearish condition forms. So keep an eye and only enter your trades with conditions. Capital.com, we have a solid candle closing above the zone, means we are likely to be bullish if that close as a strong bullish candle, and then we are simply looking for the pullback entry bullish. Rest all the conditions are same. If the price pushes down leaving the wick and next candle comes as a bearish engulfer only, then that will be a sell signal. Otherwise I'll be looking for my buy trades with conditions only. No conditions means no entry, doesn't matter where the price goes. Now on MCX audience, that is a perfect example of pullback entry bullish. Exactly right here. If you are my student and if you are trader on MCX, then you have a perfect example of pullback entry bullish where the price pushed up. So all we are looking at the same exact entry, pullback entry bullish, simply going long. Next up we have gold, and what a perfect move we have got here of gold. A perfect 1.618 retracement target has been hit, and let's see the clip from the last video so that we can connect the dots from there. Like I mentioned in my yesterday's video, I've just adjusted my Fibonacci retracement exactly right here. Since we have a new high, and right from here we had a 5382 retracement, 50% retracement. The target one is 786 retracement. If you are my student or my member, you know the way I take my trade. So target 1, the price is now heading to, and target 2 is level 1, and target 3 is right here. If you are managing your trades till here, that is going to be very risky. Make sure you are moving your stop loss to break even so that you are trading risk free. Nice one. So nothing here is random. Everything happens with the rule. It is a strategy I teach my students as well with exact rules, and how perfectly it hit 382 retracement and 50% retracement. That would be a move of panic for someone who is not good with risk management. But if you are good with your risk management, you don't even need to look for your charts. Once you set your entries, you take profit here, and second and the last target is right here, and all the targets has been hit without a pullback. So it means you have a perfect trade here, and if you are managing your trade by moving your stop loss to break even, you have taken a big profits all the way from here to here, and that is 7,000 pips easily, and that is right in front of you. I have given this entry right in front of you, and if you're still not learning and still forcing yourself into the markets without a condition, then it is your fault, not anyone else's. So keep looking for a pullback, a strong pullback, and engulfing candle to go long. That is all I'm looking at. Only trending trade. I won't be looking for any sell trade. It would be very risky at this point, but if there is some sort of double top pattern with a divergence in the RSI, only then I'll be going short. I won't be taking any engulfing entries above with the overbought. As you can see, we had one here, and in this strong uptrend, look for double confluence like bearish double top pattern. In that case, if we have that, and with that, if we have a divergence, that shows a weakening in momentum, and we can take an advantage of a pullbacks to go short. So keep an eye on double top. Since there is no zone, that would be weak entry, but still a better entry if you look for your double top trades. So keep an eye, otherwise pullback entry bullishes we are looking at. Here on silver, price pushing up without hitting 50% retracement. It is still valid. Right here, if we have a solid pullback, we can see a possible push up, but for now we are looking for a pullback entry bullish. Right here we do have a pullback entry bullish. The price just made a high. We had a nice engulfing candle. That is what I call conditions, and that is how we take entries without ifs, without buts. Nicely pushing up from here, all the way from here. 32, 29 is the ATR exactly till here. So that pushed up perfectly fine. All we are looking at one more pullback and engulfing pattern to go long. So that is all we are looking at to your buy twist, not selling unless and until we get a strong bearish double top. But I'll be looking to sell this market from the zone above, which is right here, these numbers here, from where I'll be looking to sell silver. Otherwise, we can expect a pullback and then a continuation towards the upside. Next up, we have crude oil just pushed up, hitting the targets, and then we are back at 50 EMA. Now, if this candle turns to be a red candle and the next candle turns out to be a bullish engulfing candle, I'll be going long from here using 1 ATR for the initial target. So keep an eye on the next candle. Must be a red candle and then a green engulfing candle. Look for that for your entry. So that is all I'm looking at. Only buying, but with condition. If the price break below 50 EMA solid with 2 candles, I'll be looking to short this market. So that is all I'll be looking at here on crude oil. Finally, we have copper. Copper has formed a bear flag pattern, as you can see right here. And if you see the price push down, we had a pullback, retest of this pattern, and right here we had a bearish engulfer. So looking at that, we can see some push down from copper. If we have broken below 50 EMA, we can see a further fall out of copper, and I won't be buying copper unless the price break above these highs. Only then I'll be looking to buy copper. For now, looking at this bearish candle, we can see a price can likely to push down. And guys, take your trades on your own risk. If you think that my analysis are not going with your analysis, and then make sure you are using whatever you feel comfortable, not me. It is just my opinion. Nothing should be taken as any sort of trading advice. So that's it for today's video. Hope you got a value. If yes, hit a like button for me, subscribe if you're new, so we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green, and see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.